Ladies and gents, welcome back. Now, most of us are too busy with life to toil through the terms of service for any media platform that we use, whether you're a user or a content creator on that platform. Now, YouTube's terms of service is quite lengthy, and it's hard to get a first read through it, let alone subsequently when they change the rules. And well, they don't make big public announcements that they're changing the rules, but hey, I'm glad there's watchdogs out there for us. Now, what are some of the new changes? Well, Tim Pool is reporting here. YouTube has removed the rule barring claims that vaccines do not reduce the risk of contracting COVID-19. Essentially, you can now say that vaccines do not prevent infection. And this is at Alex Berenson, I guess the guy who brought this to his attention. Now, here's the old terms of service, where it says claims that COVID-19 vaccines do not reduce the risk of contracting COVID-19. Now it's gone. That claim is now gone. So, and we all know that the CDC had changed their guidelines recently. Now here's the new guidelines this is from NPR. New COVID-19 guidance from CDC focuses on individual decisions. Those exposed to the virus no longer required to quarantine. Unvaccinated people now have the same guidance as vaccinated people. Wow, you mean we're humans too? You know, people who don't have are not up to date on their vaccines are human as well. Students can stay in class after being exposed to the virus. It's no longer recommended to screen those without symptoms. Now this this comes as news to a lot of people, especially to me. I had one of my videos taken down a while ago because I went over some of the data that was released. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that, but this was a thing. Now, what is the verdict here? Now we have the archive here. Tim Pool is courteous enough to actually put the information out there. I'll leave a link to his thread and you can go through it. So you have the archive and then the current, so you can actually see what was changed. But he has it there. It looks like these are gone too. So these are claims that wearing a mask causes oxygen levels to drop to dangerous levels. Claims that masks cause lung cancer or brain damage. That's an interesting one. I've never heard that claim. Claims that wearing a mask gives you COVID-19. I don't think I've heard that claim either. As if the mask had COVID in them or something. I've never heard these claims, but it's funny that these are things that you were not allowed to say on the platform of YouTube, and this is this is a thing. So he went through all the things that you're now allowed to claim. YouTube now allows you to claim social distancing does not work. Now, a lot of people have been arguing this for some time, for a good amount of time. Masks cause oxygen levels to dangerously drop. I haven't heard that claim. Maybe people are making that claim. Masks cause brain damage. What? Masks cause lung cancer. That's I think people were making that claim because of the microplastics and people overly wearing these masks, like alone in their car and alone in their home and stuff like that. Anyway, that I don't have any confirmation of any of these. Masks cause COVID-19. Masks do not prevent infection. Well, that was a claim right here in British Columbia given by Bonnie Henry up until... That wasn't the claim that Bonnie Henry gave. The infamous video of her doubling back on exactly what she said publicly. She, of course, is our chief public health officer in British Columbia. I'm sure every province has one that is equally hypocritical. COVID-19 no longer exists. This is now a claim that you can make, that COVID-19 doesn't exist. I would never make this claim because I think COVID-19 does exist. I just don't think it's as severe as we've been told by our own government here in Canada. Now, right here above this NPR, we have Ray on Twitter saying it's becoming quite clear that our government health officials and media are hoping if they continue to ignore the new CDC guidelines, deeming unvaccinated are the same as vaccinated, it will just go away. We must stay on them. This cannot be ignored. No, it cannot be ignored because they are pushing forward in Canada. Here we are, City News Toronto. New Western University is mandating COVID-19 booster shots for all students, faculty, and staff ahead of this fall semester, with no proof of vaccination required by October 1st, 2022. Now, this would be a big push from the faculty, the ones that have not only taken the jab, but swallowed the pill of fear and anxiety from it's a cyclical thing between academia and the government. The academia instills the fear on the government workers. The government workers affirm that fear back onto this faculty in academia. Meanwhile, all the students who are young, healthy, and very, very insusceptible. Well, not completely insusceptible. Some are susceptible, but we all know the statistics here on the dangers of catching catching that bug. But here we are. They're pushing it. And if you think that they're not going to try to push this further and further come this fall, you would be mistaken there. The mandates are merely suspended here in Canada. They are not yet disbanded. We haven't gotten rid of them. They're suspended and can come back at any given time. They have stipulated that when they lifted the mandates. Now, the mandates for masks are still in place on airplanes in airspace around Canada. Now, we know all of our public officials are happy to take those masks off as soon as they're out of the Canadian airspace, which would tell you that their own rules, they're hypocritical to their own fears that they instill within our own borders. So these are rules that have been put in place by the Canadian government, and, well, we're just done with it. Most of us, anyway, a vast majority of us are just done with it. So keep the pressure on now that we can say certain things on YouTube. I'm just testing the waters, actually, with this video and seeing what happens. You know, we're always fearful when making content on saying the wrong thing, saying the things that you're not allowed to say, and watching your video get taken down. They could even take your channel down. So being careful. And we'll see you in the live stream tonight. Actually, ladies and gents, we're having a live stream tonight. Again, it's the usual Friday night live stream. We'll see you at 6:30 Pacific time. See you then. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you're notified for when I go live on days that I'm not scheduled to go live. And hit that like button. It helps out the channel so much. And we'll see you in the next one. Keep on trucking.